those years old, and I'm really good at giving life advice.
I don't know how to love.
You don't know how to love. Well, I didn't know how to love until one Christmas. My mother got me a Teddy Ruxpin. And I loved Teddy Ruxpin, and that's how I learned to love. So Teddy Ruxpin.
Congress apparently just decided that pizza's a vegetable.
Is anybody else complaining about that? I think not. Why is pizza a vegetable? Well, you just said it in your own question. Congress said it was true, so that obviously makes it a law, and you have to follow it now. No child left behind. Yes.
Hey, baby Jim, I'm going on a first date soon. Have any advice?
Yes! What you gotta do is, you gotta do this thing that my mommy and daddy do called drunk sex. And what they do is they get really silly, and then they just mush each other together. And it's fun for them. I don't get, there's lots of moaning, and they have to wash the sheets a lot afterwards.
This song goes out to you guys, and anyone that's ever lost someone.
Some of you know me, some of you don't, and I was a high school teacher, and for whatever reason, I decided to write a children's book. I'm going to treat you all like first graders, and I'm going to read you this children's book. Yeah! It's Clark Kent's Going to the Dentist by James Schroeder. Clark, you have a cavity.
Cavity?
He began to not care how many yummy roasted cars he ate. He didn't care how many tall buildings he chewed, and he consumed unrobot amounts of motor oil. As you can see by the unrobot amounts of motor oil, Clark, you need a bunch of fillings. But Clark, you just lied to me, and you broke our pinky promise. So from that day on, Clark worked really hard, and even though it tasted yucky, Clark even tried diet oil.
Say that you've never seen these, correct?
Yeah, I've seen them.
No, you haven't. You're ruining the illusion. All right, let's hear it for them. Woo!
Yeah.
Today I'll be giving my speech about my favorite thing. I was nervous. I have lots of favorite things, and I didn't think I could just choose one. So I did what I always do in this type of situation. I went to see Uncle Roger. Even though Roger isn't my real uncle, Mommy and Daddy tell me that to call him that, because he's Daddy's best friend. And I said, Roger, I'm supposed to give a speech in school about my favorite thing, and I can't think of my favorite thing. I think my daddy's my favorite thing because he's just, well, you know, he just really gets me. And things I go through as a developing girl. And then that night, Mommy found Daddy and Roger wrestling. And so Daddy, he's part of the story. She kicked Daddy out. So I guess what I'm trying to say is, my favorite thing is my new Daddy Roger.
but quite sadly, and still never mastered. Because to her, through the assembling of cells by a force much greater than herself, she saw an art that not even beauty could stand aside. 1,000 lifetimes of pain to the soul. I heard her soul. We heard her motive. And even though she provided for my so-called friends and I, her laws and respect were denied and looked over. Death is what we asked for, though unconsciously we were killing her. Mother, now I see all what you want is peace, and for us to spread love. But now I'm here. Mother Earth, how can we save us?
So I was a high school teacher, and so it's the end of the semester, and I was teaching U.S. history, and I'm trying to bring some kids' grades up. I'm like, let's do some cool projects. Let's get the grades up. Well, there were these really dumb ditzy girls who were like, we don't have a project. And I was like, oh, okay, what do you like about American history? And they're like, we love Holocaust. And I was like, people don't love the Holocaust. Like, no one loves it. It's not a good thing to love. And they're like, it's our favorite. And I was like, okay. And they're like, can we do Auschwitz? And I was like, and they came back in, and this thing was immaculate. It was so, like, there was, guard towers, there were trucks, there was, and there was a gas chamber, and like, oh my God, this is actually really, really good. And she says, Coach Schroeder, and as she lifts the gas chamber, and there's like neon, like yellow and pink cowboys and Indians. They don't sell Jews in a bag of bagels.
Oh God.
Because we asked. So you can imagine this poor guy Michael's is sitting there, and he's like, reading up somebody, it's like, oh, you got your like macrame kit, or oh, you do some scrapbooking, and this, stupid girl comes and taps him on the shoulder. Do you have Jews in the bag? He, puts his hand on it. He's like, yes, it's on aisle 9, and there are genocide seasonals. You fucking idiot. Thank you very much.
In the news, ladies and gentlemen, Facebook. Some of y'all may be aware, Facebook caught some spam. Nasty, filthy pictures made it on to some pages. Luckily, good news is, the guys at Facebook quickly deleted everything they thought was nasty, rude, and ugly. Bad news is, all my pictures I had of an 88-year-old man, 87-year-old woman, they got married. After dating for 17 years, he figured, I'm gonna die if I'm gonna get in here, I got to give in. Justin Bieber. I know he's a big joke by himself, but apparently there's a lady claiming that he is her baby's daddy. Well, Bieber is apparently claiming he didn't play with that Bieber.
So now we're gonna do a song for you. Hit it, DJ.
I have something I was going to say.
Go for it, go for it.
Oh, it's too late to start. Tell me when to start.
I'm gonna give you a little. Right here.
Grab a blue collar, then show up in your living room. Follow me, everyone. Show you how we miss is true. Drinking butter beer and making magic in the bedroom. HP and my whole crew, we gonna win. I think it's time to share your feet and hate your ass some days. Holiday, motherfuckers. More like Lord of the Concrete. She's sweeter than they mother. No debate, waiting that shit. I mean that you can't. The name's James Power, and you ought to know the swell's down on the room, and I got the biggest albums down. Run, fuck Hogwarts. I'm going tonight and gone. I can get some freaky bitches and get my party on. Man, these witches bitches. Look at these albums gone. Fully born to be short, he ain't shit. No retort, he's captive. Now watch as I apparate out this bitch. Killer, Norman Bates, yeah, we psycho killer, Norman Bates, Norman Bates,
Can I miss something? Thank you guys. All we need is one word from you, so shout out a word.
Lobster.
Lobster.
It's like a lobster. Crack it open and suck the good stuff.
Yeah, she just said, oh my God.
You should tell your grandmother that at Thanksgiving. Which is coming up. Anybody else got a word?
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving? Thanksgiving, sex with me is like Thanksgiving. My whole family's gonna be there and you're gonna fucking hate it.
Sex with me is like Thanksgiving. There's always leftovers.
Sex with me is like Thanksgiving. You like my butterballs.
Sex with me is like Thanksgiving, there are no leftovers.
Sex with me is like Thanksgiving, eat a lot of pie.
Why do people grow with this?
Sex with me is like Thanksgiving. There's always an argument about whether you want the stuffing in or outside.
Another word. Storybook. Sex with me is like a storybook. It's filled with cute animals.
Sex with me is like a storybook. There is a monster at the end of this book.
Sex with me is like a storybook. There's always a happy ending.
Hey! Sex with me is like a storybook. Michael Jackson has a lot of them.
Too soon.
We got Scott. You raped two little boys and got away with it.
Anybody Michael Jackson
All
fans?
you got was that crappy jacket.
What?
And all you got was that crappy jacket.